Listen carefully. Right now, in your pocket, in your jar, maybe even under your couch, you could be holding a silent fortune and not even know it. Welcome back to Lucky Penny Finds, and today we're exposing the top 3 most valuable ultra-rare Lincoln Wheat Pennies and Roosevelt Dimes that are worth serious money, but people are still spending them every single day like nothing. Do not spend these coins. These coins equal hidden wealth. This is not hype, this is real auction shock. Some of these old coins are a life-changing opportunity, and each one we reveal gets rarer, more shocking, and more dangerous to ignore. So stay with me till the end, because what comes next might completely change the way you see your loose change forever. First, coin number 1. Now imagine this, a simple, dusty, brown-looking penny, something most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up, sitting quietly in a drawer for years. But what if I told you this exact coin, this 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, has triggered quiet bidding wars, collectors fighting silently behind closed doors, and one of these has reached a jaw-dropping value of $320,000, yes. Serious money hiding in plain sight. And here's the scary part. People are still spending this coin like it's just 1 cent. Do not spend this coin. This isn't just any year. 1941 was a year sitting right on the edge of global tension. The world was shifting, pressure was building, economies were tightening, and the United States was moving toward one of the most intense periods in history. That pressure, it didn't just affect people, it affected the way coins were made. Mint facilities were running hard, demand was rising, materials were being watched closely, and small inconsistencies started slipping into circulation. That's where hidden treasure is born. At first glance, the 1941 wheat penny looks ordinary. You see the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln on the front, calm, steady, almost unaware of the storm coming. Flip it over, and those iconic wheat stalks wrap around the words 1 cent, giving it that classic old-world American feel. But this is where things get interesting. That missing mint mark, no D, no S, means it came straight out of Philadelphia. And while millions were made, only a tiny fraction survived in beautiful, original, fine condition like this one. Pick it up in your hand, and it doesn't scream value. It feels light, around 3.11 grams. Small, about 19 millimeters across. Thin, humble, but that's the illusion. That's how silent fortune hides. The metal blend, mostly copper with a touch of tin and zinc, gives it that warm brown tone. But over decades, something magical happens. The surface develops a natural aging, a deep chocolate brown shade that collectors crave. Not shiny, not polished, real, untouched, original. And this is where most people destroy their fortune without even realizing it. They clean the coin. They scrub it. They try to make it look better, and just like that, the value disappears. Completely. Because collectors don't want shine, they want history. They want that untouched surface, that quiet story sitting on the metal. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than anything. Now here's the detail that changes everything. Condition. This specific coin in fine condition, not perfect, not mint state, but beautifully preserved with natural wear, is where the magic happens. It shows it lived, but survived. And survival is rare. Most of these coins were spent, damaged, melted, or lost. The ones that remain in this kind of condition, they are disappearing fast. Collectors know this. That's why when one appears in the market, something strange happens. The room goes quiet. No noise, no hype, just slow, calculated bidding. Then suddenly, aggressive jumps. Because serious collectors aren't playing games. They know what they're looking at. They know supply is shrinking. They know demand is rising. And they know once it's gone, it might not come back for years. This is not fiction. This is happening right now. And here's what you need to check. Look at the date carefully. 1941. Check for that missing mint mark under the date. Study the color. Is it natural brown, or does it look cleaned and unnatural? Look at the edges, the tiny details in Lincoln's face, the wheat lines on the back. Collectors obsess over these details. One small difference can turn an ordinary coin into a hidden treasure worth serious money. If you think you've found one, do not guess. Do not assume. Get it professionally graded. Because in this world, authentication is everything. A certified coin can unlock its true value. An unverified one might sit ignored. And remember this, patience is golden. The biggest mistake people make is rushing, selling too early, or worse, spending it without knowing. You could be holding quiet wealth, a life-changing opportunity, and losing it for 1 cent. So before you touch that jar of coins again, before you hand over change at a shop, check carefully. Because this 1,941 wheat penny is not just a coin, it's a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. And if you think this is shocking, what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and far more dangerous to ignore. Stay with me because the next coin changes everything. Next coin number 2. Now hold on. Don't relax yet, because what you're about to hear might be sitting in your pocket right now, and you're about to lose it without even realizing. A small, dull-looking dime. Dark, maybe even dirty. Something people ignore every single day. But this 1,946 Roosevelt Dime with no mint mark is not just a coin. It's a hidden treasure, a silent fortune. And one of these has reached an unbelievable $180,000. Yes, serious money hiding in plain sight. Do not spend this coin. This is where history hits hard. 1,946. The world had just come out of war. Everything was shifting. Soldiers returning home, economies rebuilding, emotions running high across America. And right in that moment, something new was born. This was the very first year the Roosevelt Dime was ever minted. Think about that. First year, first impression. A brand new design replacing the old Mercury dime. Honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader tied deeply to one of the most intense periods in American history. That alone makes this coin special. But what happened inside the mint makes it even more dangerous to ignore. The pressure on production was real. Demand for coins surged as the country transitioned back to normal life. Mint workers were pushing hard. Machines were running non-stop. And under that stress, small variations, tiny imperfections, and subtle differences slipped through. Most people never notice them, but collectors, they hunt for them. At first glance, this 1,946 dime looks simple. Roosevelt's profile on the front, strong, forward-looking. Flip it over, and you see the torch in the center, a symbol of freedom, flanked by olive and oak branches. Peace and strength. But don't get distracted by the design. The real story is hidden in what's not there. No mint mark. That means it came from Philadelphia. And while millions were produced, only a very small number survived in very fine condition with original surfaces like this one. Pick it up, and it feels almost too small to matter. Around 2.5 grams, just 17.9 millimeters wide, Thin, about 1.35 millimeters, light in your fingers. But don't let that fool you. This coin is made of 90% silver. Real silver. That's why, over time, it develops that dark, almost blackened tone. That black spat look people often mistake for damage. But here's the twist. That natural toning is exactly what collectors want. That deep silver aging, untouched, uncleaned. It's proof the coin is real, original, and has survived decades without being ruined. And this is where people make the biggest mistake. They see a dark coin and they clean it. They scrub away the history. They strip the surface, and in seconds, they destroy a fortune. Never clean this coin. Ever. Because once that original skin is gone, collectors walk away. Value drops. Opportunity gone. Now here's the detail that changes everything. Condition and originality. This coin in very fine condition means it has lived, it has circulated, but it still holds strong detail. Roosevelt's hair still visible. The torch lines still clear. The wear is honest, not damaged. That balance, that survival, that's where the hidden wealth lives. Because most of these coins didn't make it. They were spent, worn down, melted for silver, or lost forever. And the ones that remain, they're being hunted. Collectors don't shout about this coin. They move quietly. They wait. And when one appears, something intense happens. Slow bids at first, then sudden jumps. Silent competition. Because they know this is the first year. They know original pieces are disappearing. And they know once they secure it, they're not letting it go. These coins are being locked away, held tightly, supply shrinking every single year. This is not fiction. So what should you look for? Check the date. 1946. Look just above the date. No mint mark. Study the surface. Is that dark tone natural, or does it look shiny and cleaned? Look closely at the details. Roosevelt's face, the torch, the edges. Every tiny line matters. This is where collectors focus. One small difference can turn a normal dime into a life-changing opportunity. And listen carefully. If you think you've found one, do not guess. Do not rush to sell. Get it professionally graded. Because certification can unlock its true power. Without it, you're just holding a guess. With it, you could be holding serious money. Patience is everything here. People lose fortunes because they rush. Or worse, they spend it like 10 cents. Imagine that. A coin worth $180,000. Gone in a blink. Used to buy something small. Forgotten forever. Do not spend this coin. Before you ignore that dark old dime again, check it. Look twice, because what seems dirty might actually be quiet wealth. A silent fortune waiting to be discovered. And if you think this is big, the next coin, the final one, is on another level completely. Rarer, more shocking, and the kind of hidden treasure that collectors will fight for like never before. Stay with me, because what's coming next, you won't believe is real. Next coin number 3. And now, this is it. The one most people never see coming. The kind of coin that slips through fingers every single day. Spent without a second thought. Ignored because it looks old, dark, maybe even dirty. But this 1956 wheat penny with a D mint mark, this is not just another coin. This is a hidden treasure, a silent fortune. And one of these has exploded to a shocking $314,000. Let that sink in. 1 cent turned into serious money. Do not spend this coin. Picture this. 1956, America is booming. Post-war confidence is rising. Industries are expanding. money is moving fast. But under that surface, the mint is under pressure. Demand for coins is high, production lines are running non-stop in Denver, and when machines run hard, they make mistakes. They create subtle differences. They produce coins that weren't meant to stand out. But today, those are the exact coins collectors are chasing like treasure hunters. At first glance, this coin doesn't look like wealth. It looks like something forgotten. Abraham Lincoln on the front, steady, familiar. The wheat stalks on the back wrapping around 1 cent, like every other old penny you've seen. But then you notice something, that tiny D mint mark under the date. Denver, a place where high-speed production met real pressure. And in that pressure, rare survivors were born. Now hold this coin in your hand. Feel how small it is, around 19 millimeters. Thin, about 1.5 millimeters, weighing just over 3 grams. Light, ordinary, easy to ignore. But that's the trick. That's how hidden wealth hides. The copper-rich metal gives it that deep tone. And over time, something powerful happens. The surface darkens, forming those black spats, that antique, almost shadowy look that most people think is damage. But it's not Link's originality. And collectors, they don't run from that look, they chase it, because those black spats, that uneven natural toning, that untouched skin, it tells a story. It proves the coin hasn't been cleaned, hasn't been ruined, hasn't been stripped of its identity. And the moment someone tries to fix it, polish it, clean it, the value collapses. Instantly. Never clean this coin. That dark surface is not dirt. It's your silent fortune. Now here's where things get intense. This coin, in very fine condition, is the sweet spot of survival. It has lived in the real world, passed through hands, survived decades, but still holds its detail. Lincoln's profile still sharp enough, wheat lines still visible, edges still strong. That balance, that natural wear without destruction, that's where collectors see opportunity. Because here's the truth. Most of these coins didn't survive like this. They were worn down, damaged, lost, or simply spent into nothing. The ones that remain in this kind of condition, with original toning and that D mint mark, they are disappearing fast. And collectors know it. That's why, when one of these shows up, the energy shifts. Quiet at first, almost invisible. Then suddenly, aggressive bidding. Fast moves. Silent competition. Because serious collectors are not playing around. They understand what this coin represents. Shrinking supply, rising demand, and a closing window of opportunity. Many of them don't even resell. They lock these coins away, holding them like private treasure. This is not fiction. This is happening right now. So listen carefully. Check your coins. Look for 1956. Look under the date for that D. Study the surface. Is it naturally dark with black spats, or does it look unnaturally bright and cleaned? Check the details. Lincoln's face, the wheat lines, the edges. These tiny features, they change everything. One small detail can turn an ordinary penny into life-changing wealth. And if you think you've found one, don't guess. Don't rush. Get it professionally graded. Because certification is what unlocks the real value. Without it, you're just hoping. With it, you're holding proof of serious money. And remember, patience is power here. People lose fortunes because they rush. Or worse, they spend it without checking. Imagine losing $314,000 for 1 cent. It happens. Every single day. Do not spend this coin. Before you walk away from your loose change, before you ignore that dark old penny again, stop. Look closer, because what seems like nothing could be quiet wealth, a hidden treasure sitting right in your hand. If this shocked you, if this opened your eyes, then you already know what to do. Hit like, subscribe to Lucky Penny Finds, and stay locked in, because these rare coins are still out there, still being spent, still being lost. And the next one we uncover could be sitting with you right now, waiting to change everything.